Hey, I think Rana's up to something.
It's April 1st. Everyone's up to something.
I mean, it's the 100th episode, so why aren't you up to something?
I hide in the attic to ambush you. Isn't that enough? I already have come from the other world.
Fair.
Anyway, making me nervous, Rana. So I gotta ask.
No, I'm the one asking questions today. You will be tested. You will be judged. You will dance in the palm of my hand. Welcome to your new favorite quiz show, the Music Arcade.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 100th episode spectacular of the Music Arcade. I'm Galen, the Sound Guy Firestone.
Woo! I'm
Yay.
Ranakel. Yay! Happy 100th episode, us.
And I'm Eddie, and I believe I am not gonna win this quiz show.
And I'm Sam, and as far as I know, the Minotaurs escaped, and we're about to get the horns.
That's another one that only I got.
You say that like you're the only one who reads Greek myth.
No, that wasn't that was another dropout joke. That
Okay.
was
I
also
figured.
that was also Game Changer.
But let's not get too referential. And,
Yeah.
Hello, so here's the plan for this episode. This is not only the 100th episode, which is already a pretty big deal, but it's also our April Fool's special. And I am acknowledging because we are not going to lie to you today. Instead, we are simply going to do something a little bit different, namely a quiz. I've organized it, I've taken some statistics on the show itself and prepared some blind tests, some questions, and it's going to be a fun times. Not only that, there are stakes.
There are?
There's meat.
Hey,
Yes, there are stakes. STAKES.
No,
Stop
I
being so hungry, Eddie. It's late for you anyway.
Yeah, we are recording late. I usually
So-
have dinner around now.
Yeah.
what you're saying is
which
we're going
also-
after some vampires.
Exactly. No.
Okay,
what
the
I'm
kind of
saying
stuff I
is-
watch ends up, if they have stakes, it ends up with Aggie dressing as Rani and or Sexy Leon from Resident Evil 4, so like, I'm a little scared all of a sudden. What are these stakes, or are you not going to tell us yet?
I am going to tell you, in fact, because next April Fool's episode, the theme has already been decided, and whoever wins this episode will have some power over it. I won't be any more precise than that for now, but try your best to win, or else you might end up with a role you might not want for.
Help!
Joyous day.
Oh boy.
Indeed. Now, how about we start with our first individual question that will be not giving you any points, but will determine who is player 1, player 2, and player 3 in our weird 3-player arcade machine for Music Arcade. That's right, there's visual themes too.
Ooh, multimedia.
The order will not determine who can answer first for every question. Answers will be simultaneous and multiple people can be right. But for a lot of questions, there will be a chance to get extra points, and these will be asked in player order. So that's your chance to get some bonuses.
Okay.
Of course, for this question, I expect you to not open any websites or anything. It's all in good fun. We know each other. And while I talked up the stakes, they're not actually that high, so cheating would cause more disappointment than bring you anything. With that being said, are you ready?
Am I allowed to answer no?
Galen?
I was gonna say the same thing.
Honestly, I am willing to try my best.
Leroy Jenkins mode, activate!
That's all we can ask for. Now, to start us out, OC Remix is a celebrated website that has been up for a long, long time indeed, and have done some fantastic work for many, many years. Among their achievements, there are, of course, a lot of individual tracks, but there's also their album collections that are curated multi-artist versions after a single theme, a single game, and they are fantastic. The question is, at the time of recording right now, what is the number of original albums listed on OC Remix? Closest wins, second gets second, etc.
My thought is somewhere around 15,000.
I'm going to say 85 albums.
We have 15,000. We have
as far
85.
as-
Eddie?
As far as albums go, I think I'm gonna say 60.
80, 60, 15,000.
85.
Okay. 85. Sorry. Although that
This
shouldn't...
is Osu. So I'm like,
No, I didn't say Osu. I said OC Remix.
oh, hold on.
Would you like to
Can I
change your
my-
answer?
I would like to change my answer.
Change your
I'm-
answer.
I would like to go with specifically 95.
Okay. So we have 60, 85, 95. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Then, who was 95? I believe that
It was
right.
95.
Congratulations, you are player 1.
Let's
Then
go.
85 was Galen, which is player 2. And Eddie is player 3, because the final answer is 151, which means there is one album for each Pokemon.
Oh.
Holy crap.
I remembered there were multiple
Clearly-
pages as of the, I thought it was 10 per page. That's why I went with that. Okay.
I see.
I wanted to. I was just trying to do a little game theory and guess above
Yeah.
above the highest that was already guessed, or below the lowest. And I decided above the highest.
I just had no
that
idea.
It
'cause
worked
OC
out.
player
Remix-
1.
Yeah, I had no idea because OC Remix to me is more well known for individual tracks than straight up albums.
Yeah, and there is about 1,500 tracks, for 15,000 tracks for that category.
Yeah, that's what I
But,
thought Sam was answering. And then...
The funny thing is, I don't think I know this stage.
You don't know OC
That
Remix?
would have been serendipitous.
I don't.
Fix
well,
that.
boy, do you have a lot of fun things to discover. Did you know that Jeremy Soule of, say, Elder Scrolls fame made an FF6 remix track that is on OC Remix, for instance?
Yeah, I like I said, I was just playing off of game theory and it worked.
Go to Overclocked Remix.
Well, then.
You will not be sad about this.
That is fair.
That
And
Oh,
that
that goes for
counts
anyone
for the
listening to
audience
this as well.
too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Into the meat and potatoes.
Now then,
Mm-hmm.
how about we go to the first quiz, which is going to be a this or that format. So this is going to be a this or that format. I'm going to play a 10-second clip of a certain song, and then you will have to answer, is this a video game music or is this not a video game music?
Ooh.
This is a video game music podcast. You should know that, right? There is no both. And I made sure there isn't really a hyper ambiguous case, like for instance, putting Korobeiniki on and say this is actually a video game music because it is also known as the Tetris A theme. There's not going to be any of that. It should be pretty clear cut.
Yeah, the first thing I thought of was a use of actual like symphony in a game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you're putting actual classical music that's appeared in a game, that would be bad. So this is not ambiguous like that. This is only game or
This is not ambiguous like that. It's going to be pretty vicious enough like that.
So it's not the New World Symphony. Got it.
Exactly. Shall we begin?
Let's go.
How is this format going to work? This is turn order?
I'm going to play the clip. You are going then to, in play order, give me your answer. Don't change it just because another player did. And then everyone who's correct gets a point. Everyone who is not correct gets no point. And after we have all the correct categories, in player order, the ones who got the category right are going to be given an occasion to tell the exact track for a bonus point. So if you're right in player order, you get a chance for a bonus point by saying which track or which game it is from.
Right.
All
Fair
clear?
enough.
This
Give it a go.
means don't say the track before that part, or else you might very well lose your point. Now, first track. Once more. Zeral, is it a video game track or not?
I feel it is a video game track. It is bordering on something like an anime track, but I'm going with my heart because I feel like I know the kinds of games that this would be from.
All right, Galen.
No, this is fan music.
I see. Eddie?
I don't think this is a game track.
That's 1 point for Zeral.
Oh,
Which game is it from, then?
It feels like No More Heroes.
Nice try, but no, that was God Hand from God Hand. The lyrics cut just before the power of the God Hand.
so I'm going to be honest with you. Over the stream, it sounded like this was Pokemon fan music because I could swear I heard
I
Bulbasaur
thought
in the
it
lyrics.
too. I thought I heard Omastar, and my brain, and I was just like, no, have to
Well,
work around
This
that.
was not Bulbasaur and this was not Omastar. This was Ballbuster,
Oh, God.
which is one of the special moves in God Hand.
I feel bad about that one. I thought that was Pokemon fan music. Okay.
Now then, track number 2. Once more. Zeral.
This is not game music.
All right. Galen.
This is, and I'm pretty sure I know what game it's from, too.
Wonderful. Eddie.
I think this is game music.
All right. This is game music. 1 point for Galen, 1 point for Eddie, no point for Zeral. Galen, what game is it from?
So here's the thing. That voice sounded like Raekwon from the Wu-Tang Clan, and I know some of those guys did work for the newest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Oh, I see. That is not it.
I
Eddie?
know what it is, but I
Sound like it could be some sort of lobby theme or whatever in a Street Fighter game.
Ooh,
No,
that's a
not.
nice guess, but no. That isn't it. So we
can
are...
I Wait.
Yes, but for no point.
it's Knuckles' theme.
Correct.
Oh.
You can call me. The word that was cut off was Knuckles.
Knuckles. Like Here I
It
come,
is
ruffling the
unknown
restaurant,
from
tougher than leather.
ME.
You can call me Knuckles.
Exactly.
You're going to do that for every single game track, aren't you?
I
Maybe.
am so proud of, like, even if I didn't get any point from it, I just remembered, like, I just heard the lyrics and I was like, nope, 100%. And I had to remember.
Yeah.
The problem is, I had to remember.
You can call me
was it
Knuckles.
from-
Unlike
was it
Sonic,
from-
I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles.
Yeah, this was something where I was thinking, okay, I know that it's Knuckles' theme. Now I have to figure out, was it from one of the animated shows, or was it or was it from the games?
Nope, it was from, I think, Sonic Adventure.
Sonic Adventure 1, probably.
Yeah. Any Sonic would have earned you the point. I'm not very strict like that. In any case, let's move on to track number 3. Once more. Zaral, is it video game music or not?
This is video game music.
All right, Garen.
This is either someone trying to be Uematsu or Uematsu trying to be someone.
Yes, the two genders.
I mean, when it comes to this particular sound, yes. You could draw
day, everyone.
You could draw a straight line from Baroque Revival straight to Nobuo Uematsu. It is 1-to-1. So I am like,
It might be the reason I put this track in there.
I think it is. And I think I'm going to game theory this. You're not going to put 3 yeses in a row. No, it is not game music.
All right. And Eddie?
I am very torn because this is either game music or some sort of anime soundtrack. I think I'm gonna go with this isn't game music.
All right. So far, we've had Zaral with one answer and Galen and Eddie with the other answer.
Yeah, pretty much.
And right now, it's working out for Galen and Eddie, who get another point, because this is not a video game music, no game to guess. So this is a Dies Irae by Ademius, directed by, led by Carl Jenkins.
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Yep.
I knew it. I'm like,
There,
this
The
sounds
problem
like an
is
so many
Uematsu Final
versions.
Boss theme, but I know all of those, and this isn't one of them.
There are so many versions of Dies
There are
Irae.
so many versions of Dies Irae. How dare you use my classical background against me? But also, I was completely expecting for basically the professor trick of make every test answer C and watch them look in horror.
Well, I considered it.
Yeah, the thing for me is that I've back when I used to watch a lot of anime, I watched both of the Record of Lodoss War anime, and the second one, the OVA, has a lot of this Baroque Revival vibe to its soundtrack, including a song
I
that
was also in the exact same boat, Eddie. I was just like, I wanted to test the theory of, is it just gonna be game music every single time? The
Yeah,
answer is no. Good to know.
And as a fun fact, while we're on this tangent, the second Record of Lodoss War anime, called Chronicles of the Heroic Knight, it has a Berserker's theme that does use the lyrics from Dies Irae. So, funny coincidence there.
Indeed. Also, I will reveal something, which is that you mentioned metagaming and that I wasn't going to put 3 yeses in a row. This may happen, and I was worried this may happen, so I specifically put the track order into a randomizer to make sure you couldn't metagame that way.
Oh,
I
okay.
will shake your hand.
That was smart.
Fantastic.
You've been outplayed, players.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
you may not be familiar with Sam Reich, but you are walking in his footsteps.
I will
Excellent.
be your Brennan today.
Let's move on to track number 4. Or is it from a video game?
How many times have I doubted before? Those times I said I won't love anymore. I don't recall. I never want those memories.
Once more.
How many times have I doubted before? Those times I said I won't love anymore. I don't recall. I never want those memories.
Zero.
Not a game.
Not a game. Galen.
I know this song and I have no idea from where.
That's the problem.
That is absolutely the problem. I'm going to break my usual pattern and I'm going to agree with Zero. Not a game.
All right. Eddie?
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say that this is from a game.
Then, what game? Because you are correct.
Oh.
I have not a damn clue.
Excellent. Because again, you are correct that you might have heard it from somewhere. You might probably have heard it from an airplane or something from Music Arcade. Because this is a track I'm pretty sure I've wrote once or twice before. This is Sands of Time from Densha DD, the train parody Initial D racing game.
Yeah, that, and I
That's
used
why
to
it
be
sounds
friends with the
familiar.
guy who did speedruns
Oh.
of that game.
Felt like Eurobeat, and I was like,
This might have been from a GDQ as well, correct?
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I've watched the GDQ where they did the run. You know.
I went from being on
Excellent.
top to being slaughtered.
Welcome to quiz shows. Next.
Next, track 5. Once more. Zero.
It hurts me because I feel like I'm gonna be wrong, but this has gotta be a game.
All right, Galen,
Game.
Eddie.
This is trying really hard to be a video game battle theme. I'm going to try and metagame you and say you put it on the playlist for that, so it's not from a game.
You are surprisingly insightful in that regard. You are in the lead by 4 points. This is not a game. This is the 2006 Storm Alert jingle from the Weather Channel.
What?
I've heard that before.
I've heard that before.
I
Yeah,
heard that
the
song and I'm like, not
Americans in
only
the
do I
show-
know it, I have visions of Phantasy Star Online in my head right now. I thought it was from that. How dare you?
Most people associated with Kingdom Hearts.
I can see that.
Wait.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Good job,
Next.
Eddie.
Holy.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Once more. Zeral.
Game.
Garen.
I'm going to kick myself if I'm wrong. Not a game.
Eddie.
It sounds so familiar, and I don't know why. I'm gonna say game.
Garen, you get 1 point.
I thought
This
so.
is-
This is a remix of something.
Nope.
No?
No. This is Journey from Mariabron by Kansas. Which is why it was so funny when you mentioned that direct through line from what Uematsu was doing to a previous track, because that is why it's there, because it's his prog rock influence
Uh-huh.
directly put in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
we're already going through it.
We know what
I
we're
like
signing
the
up for.
I like that Galen is angry when he won the point.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm the
like,
one with 1 point still.
I'm not gonna lie, making this quiz made me consider as an episode theme songs not from video games that really sound like they are from video games for a future episode. Something to look forward to.
Fun fact, that's an idea that's been on my mind and I secretly kept it away because I just didn't have a good moment to bring it up, but that would make for a good
Okay.
episode.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Next track.
Next track. That's right, it's not all action themes. Once more. Zeral?
I know this, and this is absolutely a game.
Galen?
Remember how you said you weren't going to do ambiguous things?
Yes.
You lied.
Did I?
I'm going to say game with an asterisk.
Alright. Eddie?
I'm gonna go with game.
Alright. No points. But I'm very curious as to what you thought this was.
I mean, this
I
was a
thought this was
sound cue from, like, Lord of the Rings or something that got used
It
in the
felt
Lord of
like-
the Rings Two Towers game.
Felt like Fire Emblem.
No, it was the end credits from a French World War II documentary series composed by Kenji Kawai of Anime Composition fame.
What the hell? All right, move on.
The funny
Well,
thing
I
is that
thought-
my mind was torn, but it was torn between game and something entirely unrelated to the answer. I was thinking it sounded like the intro to a power metal song.
Oh, that would be.
Could have been.
All
A
right.
lot of
Honestly, I'd
European-
listen to that.
I'm hurt.
Galen knows what I'm
Oh,
talking
man.
about. That's
Bodied.
a lot of European bands who do this.
Galen,
Yeah.
you're getting bodied. I'm still at 1 point.
Next track. Once more. Zeral.
100% game, no question.
Galen.
You know how we had that whole through line thing? Well, we're doing the through line thing again. I can't tell whether this is Shoji Meguro doing J-pop or the J-pop that inspired Shoji Meguro.
I know, right? That's
Yeah,
part of the
that's
fun.
clearly the point here.
Yeah.
Game.
All right. Eddie.
I was gonna go with game too, so game.
Points for
I-
everybody.
I can
Zeral,
give you the
which
exact
game?
This is the Persona 5 dancing all night.
Wrong.
This was it. Is it like the? I remember this
no.
being like.
Let's
Persona-
move on to the next, and then we'll ask the question. And then, if you have a solid point, I'll give points to both. Galen.
Mhm.
Tokyo Xanadu.
Nope. Eddie.
Hell if I know. I'm not
All
familiar
right.
with Persona.
Is this Persona 3?
No, that is Persona Q2 for the 3DS.
Yeah. Oh, I knew it was Persona.
Well, I knew it was
The thing
Shoji
is
Meguro
that-
too. That was the first thing I said. So yes.
yeah.
I have had so many like of the Persona like openings. I have not listened to Q2s in a bit, but I knew it
Yeah.
that it was
Mhm.
Persona instantly.
Yeah, for this one, given how recognizable the singing style was, I already had in my hand Persona was not enough. I needed Q or Q2 for it to count.
Damn it.
So no extra points, but your ears did not deceive you.
Fair enough.
Move on to track number 9. Once more. Zeral?
I'm gonna say not a game.
Galen?
I'm going to say game.
Eddie?
I think not a game.
It is indeed not a game. It is early 90s French hip-hop group I Am with L'école du micro d'argent.
And here I thought it was like some obscure fighting game stage track that was aping that.
No, I think
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that, but I was also like, no, this felt like it was leading into a good like drop that is just you would put the music into a game rather than just having it for the game.
Exactly.
I think if it didn't have that little bell at the end, I would have said game because it felt like an adventure theme. But that little bell at the very end made me think, I don't think this would be in a game.
I knew it would change the vibe a little bit. Now then, the last track for this part of the quiz. Once more. Zeral?
You know, there's times where I wish Galen could go first because his metal preferences would definitely be able to be helpful.
I was definitely jamming to that.
So was I.
I'm gonna say game.
All right. Galen?
Yeah, game.
Eddie?
Not a game. Why not?
Then, Zeral, tell us what game it is because it is indeed from a video game.
I'd have to listen to again, but like from like a. There's so many ones that it could be.
Yep. I'm giving you 10
let's go with
seconds.
Blaze Blue. Blaze Blue.
This is not Blaze Blue. Galen?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just saw Lubu in my mind's eye, so I'm pretty sure this is, if not Dynasty Warriors, it should be in a Dynasty Warriors.
It should be Dynasty Warriors, but it is not. This is from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the second battle theme, just named Exploration. A track named Exploration should not have that level of a guitar solo in it.
Tell that to Ace Plus, or in fact, don't. I'm glad they did this.
It's Xenoblade Chronicles.
So, at the end of our very first quiz series, we are at Eddie with 6 points, Galen with 5, and Zeral with 4. It's pretty tight together. Everybody's got a chance.
I got 4 points. I thought it was still at like 2.
Hey,
I'm
I counted.
surprised I'm not last.
And to make sure that I don't make keyboard noises when entering the points, I use a special silent technology called a pen.
It's a great technology. Very modern.
Very good technology.
I've heard
It
good
works.
things about
Also,
it.
I'm fancy. I'm using golden ink for you, so I'm treating you right.
Ooh. Shiny, literally.
Ooh.
Indeed.
I want to see a picture
But
later.
now,
You know, I'd say the points don't matter, but we're here now.
indeed. Now then, let's get some more points by moving to the second series of quiz. Bit of a different format. These are some questions without a track to listen to, and they are about a topic that some of you might be familiar. It's a bit niche. It's a podcast named The Music Arcade. Don't know if you've heard of it?
No.
I heard they're doing the 100th episode right now.
Good for them. They must be very popular.
Yeah.
Good for them.
But I've went back and took some statistics from all of the episodes' histories, added some more open questions, and it's going to be a fun time. So let's start with question 1. What episode did we start doing now playing? Closest gets 2 points. Any answer within 5 episodes of the right answer gets a point. If you're spot on, you get 5. Zero. What episode did we start doing now playing?
13.
13. Galen?
25.
25. and Eddie.
If I get this wrong, it's gonna be so embarrassing because peek behind the curtain, I was the one really going for this because I wanted this. Uh, I'm gonna say 20.
20. Then that is, for being within 5 episodes, 1 point for both Galen and Eddie. And 2 extra points for Eddie because this was episode 22, which was also the first anniversary episode.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the funny thing here, I'm the kind of guy who just loves to show new stuff to people, and I was really advocating adding a section at the end of the episode where we can just tell people what we're playing, so that we can show new things to people that we might not talk within the episode.
Yeah, and before that, there's been a couple of episodes that was just no films, just covering the news somehow. So that's a nice way to have a bit of both. I think that was a great idea and a great addition to the show.
Yeah, I think that worked out real well.
Indeed. Question number 2. True or false? During the xylophone episode, outside of now playing, the topic of Dragon Force was explicitly mentioned. Zerl? Was Dragon Force mentioned in the xylophone episode?
I'm going to go with true.
Galen?
True.
Eddie?
I'm gonna go with true.
Not only is it true, I know exactly what song I brought up to bring that up.
Yeah, but first this is Zerl's guess for that. There will be 2 extra points at stakes. Why was it brought up? Or in what way?
I forget if I was a guest on that episode. And if it was, then it would be Through the Fire and the Flames.
Incorrect. Galen?
Yeah, it was a song that I brought up. I think it was the desert theme from the video game Dragon Force, not to be confused with the band.
Correct. That is 2 extra points for Galen. I saw that. I was like, oh, wait, why? Oh, right. There's a game named like that too. That's going to be a fun question.
It's on the Sega Saturn. I love it. It's one of the few strategy RPGs from the olden days that I really adore, and I wish they'd do a remake already. But there's this whole fight between Victor Island and Tim Trepich.
So we are playing off of Fey rules on that you cannot lie.
I would not have gotten that right. I knew we talked about it on the episode, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember. I think I was going for like one of the boss themes, and it didn't actually have a xylophone, so I had to plan B.
Imagine doing an instrument episode where the instrument isn't featured that way.
Yeah, that's totally not an oboe.
Clarinet sounds in the distance. But while we are talking about some recurring bits from the show, question number 3. One of our most beloved show we look towards is, of course, the Grammy Awards. Name from the past 5 years a game that was nominated for the Grammy Awards. 1 point if it's nominated, 3 points if it's a winner.
Would you take Horizon as itself, or is it, or specifically Zero Dawn? Or
I will need to be very specific.
Then let's go Zero Dawn.
If it's a game's extension, it does not count for the main game. And
Horizon
vice versa.
Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm just gonna Control F it because I took notes for every game. Let's see. Cannot find the Horizon. Me too, Notepad. Me too. That is incorrect. Galen?
I want to say one of the good ones, but no, you just said expansions don't count, and I'm going to tell you they do, because God of War Ragnarok was inexplicably nominated for a Grammy. We all laughed about it.
Yeah, I meant they don't count separately, but So what's your pick?
God of War Ragnarok.
Or God of War Ragnarok's expansion?
The expansion, Valhalla.
That's 1 point for Galen. And Eddie?
I'm gonna go I hope I'm remembering the title correctly. Sword of the Sea by Austin Wintory.
That was what I was
And
thinking
that
of.
is 3 points because we have a winner here. This was indeed the 2026 Grammy Awards winner. For the record, the question about whether God of War Ragnarok or the expansion was a trick question. Both the main game was nominated in 2024 and its expansion in 2025, so both worked.
Ah,
I definitely, I feel like if it, no, Horizon Zero Dawn was a wrong choice because it would have been too far back.
Indeed, because there was another trick in the question, which is that I told you about an epic from the past 5 years. But the category only was created in 2023, so there's only 4 years, which means that no game was a correct answer for 2022.
I have 2 fun facts here.
okay.
The first is the only reason I got this right was because I am a fan of Austin Wintory's work, and it really caught me by surprise when he won.
Yeah,
And
same.
the second fun thing is that technically there's been one video game song that won a Grammy before the category for best video game soundtrack was
Baba
available.
Yetu by
Incorrect.
Christopher
That was
Tin.
Baba Yetu.
Incorrect. There's been 3 nominees
3?
before the creation of the category. Baba Yetu won for Best Instrumental Arrangement Accompanying Vocalists in 2011. Then, Johnny's soundtrack, also by Austin Wintory, was nominated but didn't win Best Score Soundtrack for Visual Media in 2013. And a Kirby Superstar Meta Knight's Revenge arrangement by 8-Bit Big Band won Best Arrangement Instrumental or a Cappella in 2022.
Wow.
I'm gonna need to recover from that last one.
Yeah, me
That
too.
is very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing some research leads to so much fun facts.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm good trivia. Yes. Yum.
I will say, doing research does bring up some cool facts, but on the other hand, look, ma, no homework.
There you go.
Kind of.
There you go. Wait, you just said that to the teacher. Hang on.
To 2 teachers.
I'm no teacher, merely an examiner. Now
I'm
then,
sure my
next question.
mom would be judging me too if she understood English and could hear that.
That sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Yep.
Next question. Simple one. What is the average length of an episode of Music Arcade? There's 5 base points. For every 2 minutes you're off, that's -1 point, minimum 0.
An hour and 35 minutes.
An hour and 35,
An hour 10.
an hour 10, and Eddie?
An hour 30.
An hour 30. So that's 1, 2, 3 points for Eddie, and the full 5 for Zeral. It's 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 50 seconds.
Nice. Also,
Congrats.
damn,
Good
we
job.
run long a lot, don't we? Remember when I tried to keep
Yes.
this show under an hour? Clearly, I failed.
Yeah.
I knew it was
have-
over 1 hour 30 or around there because I am the guy who uploads
Yep.
most of the episodes. Sometimes it's Rana, so I see the actual track on the upload
Yeah,
page.
you
and
know who else is the track length? The one who edits the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
I was kind
that's
of
surprising.
deluding myself, I guess. I thought we occasionally went shorter more often than we actually did.
The thing is
I
that we
mean-
sometimes have episodes that go 2 hours long.
The thing is, Isolation went, like, the actual part of the episode was like an hour long, and then we now playing for like a solid 20-30 minutes.
That has happened indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Next question. How many concert episodes have we done?
What?
Same rules. The exact answer is 5 points, -1 for each number of episodes you're off. Zeral.
I'm gonna go with an even 10.
And even 10. Galen,
That was going to be my answer?
you can pick
Okay.
the same answer.
Then I'm going to give the same answer.
All right.
I'm
Eddie.
gonna go with 7.
7. That is 3 points for Eddie, 4 points for Galen and Zeral. It is 9. Shin Megami Tensei, FF14 FanFest, FF7 Remake Orchestra, Skyrim, The Primals, Score the Swedish Radio Symphony Orchestra, Mitsuru Yamane's 60th birthday, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and The Lies of P concert.
I forgot about 2 of the concerts that I brought up.
I am glad that I was like, it feels like about a solid 10th of the
I
episode,
try to
and
do
we
2
were-
per year. That's usually like the goal from a production standpoint. So the fact that we're only 1 off of that is pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering, I forgot about... first of all, I forgot that I put you guys to suffer with Skyrim. And also I forgot about that really neat Pokemon Ruby Sapphire concert.
All right. Next question. This is a top 5, so I'm going to ask you to each give me in turn your top 5, and each valid answer gives you 1 point, maximum 5 points. The question being, what are, in the main part of the episode, the top 5 games mentioned in the podcast? Extensions are counted within the main base game, and only 1 entry counts per episode.
You said
Top 5 games
expansions
mentioned.
are different?
Expansions are counted in the same game.
Okay. I'm gonna say
Yes.
Final Fantasy
Which one?
14.
All right.
I'm going to say Yakuza.
Which one?
All right. Which one? Because episodes within the same series count for different games. Expansions count for the same.
Okay, then let's not do Yakuza because it's too varied. Actually, no. Let's just do Yakuza 0.
All right.
Dynasty
Third game?
Warriors. I don't have a specific game that I would know specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So
So pick one at random.
I
We're being specific for this one.
would have to scroll up, and that's the problem.
No, don't.
Yeah, I know. The third one.
All right. Fourth pick.
For my own personal sanity. Hollow Knight.
All right. And fifth pick.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
First one.
I said my first one was Final Fantasy 14.
No, I mean the first Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
All right. Galen, give me your top 5.
I bring up Nier Automata a fair bit, just because there keeps being reason to bring up Okabe, so I'm going to say that.
Okay.
FF14 for similar reasons.
All right.
This may just be a recent phenomenon, but both you and I have brought up separately Elden Ring tracks.
Okay.
FF7 Remake has come up a surprising amount, but I think some of that might be now playing.
All right.
And because Eddie keeps bringing this dude up, I'm going to say Divinity Original Sin.
Okay. For the record, I'm counting remake and rebirth as part of one and the same game. Even though they were sold differently, it's part of the same trifecta, but they are counted differently from Final Fantasy VII.
That's why I specified remake. But if we're also including rebirth, that adds like 2 or 3 tracks on there, so cool.
Eddie.
Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
Nier Automata.
Mm-hmm.
Dynasty Warriors 3.
All right.
Oh, God.
2 more.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what else has been brought up on multiple occasions. I guess Final Fantasy VII Remake as well.
All right.
Final Fantasy gets around on this podcast.
Sure does.
And the last one?
Let's go with Yakuza 3.
All right.
3?
Am I allowed to change
No.
one? Okay.
Am I allowed to laugh at Eddie for thinking I'd ever bring up Yakuza 3 more than the absolute bare minimum?
I'll be honest, the Yakuza
yeah,
games
so-
kind of just blend in my mind.
I wish I had that problem.
So now you say that I'm surprised Nier Automata isn't on this list, but it isn't. We've
Really?
brought Nier Replicant more than Nier Automata even.
I must have done that on purpose.
Huh.
But the top 5 is, in number 1, Final Fantasy XIV at 19 times.
Shocker.
The second one is Chrono Trigger, 10 times.
I was gonna say
That
Chrono
makes
Trigger.
sense.
Damn it!
That makes sense.
Oh,
But
God.
you didn't.
Yeah.
I was going to
That makes
swap
sense.
Hollow Knight for Chrono Trigger. Damn it!
On the third, Galen, what game do you play?
I brought up Arcanines that much?
9 times.
That
I
out
thought
of
it
now
was
playing?
just like a now playing thing.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
surprised
God.
too.
I wouldn't have called that. I thought I reserved that entirely for now playing, but okay.
4th place, Killer Instinct 2014 with 8 times.
Yeah,
That
that's
doesn't
very good
surprise
with
me.
Garden.
And the 5th is an equality between multiple games. I would have accepted all of them. They are. Eddie, what game are you playing?
I bring Destiny that much out of now playing?
Destiny 2 specifically 7 times.
Huh,
Which is,
I thought it was just like a couple episodes.
Equality with Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Remake together, and also for the record, it's also equality with just the Shadowbringers expansion, which came up also 7 times.
That
Jesus
is
Christ.
funny.
Also, for the record, Yakuza was a solid pick, but it spread across a lot of games. But as a whole series, it came up 12 times.
Yeah.
Even without counting Judgment, which came once and Lost Judgment twice.
Yeah, that's me kind of sitting here like, the reason I didn't bring up Dynasty Warriors is I know I basically never bring up the same soundtrack twice.
Yeah.
My God. I'm so
should've-
glad I got the Final Fantasy 14, but also I'm still mad because I remembered Chrono Trigger as Eddie was speaking. I'm like, no, wait.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
should have known about Chrono Trigger. And yeah,
But the
Final
order
Fantasy,
matters.
Final Fantasy 14, like, if you
Duh.
listen to this podcast even once every
Yeah.
blue moon, you know Final Fantasy 14 is on that list.
You have something that
Fanfest
started
soon.
with the Guinness World Record of the most songs on one soundtrack, and then it just kept adding a ton of songs. Like, of course, we're going to talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question. It's
That
going
was
to be a
brutal.
simple yes or no. I'm going to give you 5 episode themes, and in order, quickly firing, you're going to tell me if we did that as a theme or no.
Okay.
Yoko Shimomura. Zeral?
No.
Galen?
No, I don't think so.
Eddie?
I don't think that was one of the composers, no.
Correct. Surprise metal track. Zeral?
Yes.
Galen?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes, and I remember the intro skit I wrote for that one.
Correct. You did not hallucinate. Celebration.
Yes.
Zeral? Galen?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
Correct. Fire. Zeral?
No.
Galen?
Yes.
Eddie?
We did Fire and Ice. So
This doesn't count as fire on its own.
I think I'm gonna say no.
Correct. And it's all downhill from here. Zeral?
No.
Galen?
If we didn't, we should. Yes.
Eddie?
That's almost my catchphrase, but I don't think we did as a theme.
You're right, Galen. We should, but we
Okay.
didn't. Which is perfect 5 for Zeral and Eddie and 3 for Galen.
Wow.
You did good.
Ugh.
Now, you might have noticed during the discussion about the average episode length that I didn't really bring up that many additional insights. That's because there's another question on episode length.
Oh, God.
True or false? Let's start simple. The longest episode is so long that the shortest episode fits 3 times in its duration. Yes or no? Zeral?
Yes.
Galen?
I'll bet that's true. Yes.
Eddie?
I think so, yeah.
All right, that's 1 point already. Because there's no extra point for getting the exact length. The shortest episode is 48 minutes and 22 seconds, which was episode 98. And the longest episode is 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 45 seconds. I didn't know what was the number of this episode. However, the bonus question is, what are the themes of the longest and shortest episodes? 2 points per answer. Zeral?
The shortest episode was Isolation.
Yeah,
The
and
the
that's 2
longest
points.
episode, I believe, was the first April Fool's episode.
Incorrect. Galen, what was the longest episode we ever did?
I think the big FF14 concert that had like the 2 interludes, the Uematsu interlude and the guitar interlude, the four guitars.
So a concert episode.
Yes.
That is wrong. Eddie?
Was it the Mega Man special?
Nope. It was the Dawn Trail episode,
That
Fair
makes
enough.
sense.
which wasn't a concert, it was just a Dawn Trail's release.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
there was a concert that featured, among other things, Charlie on guitar, and I remember like that was.
Oh yeah, no, it was pretty long, but longest was this
I just remember that being like probably one of the biggest files that I had to upload.
one. Yeah.
I remember the Dawn Trail being very long because it covered the entire soundtrack because you wanted my opinion on every little bit of South American vibes. Quote
Indeed.
unquote South American.
And some of the gothic vibes
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now then, 9th question of this part of the quiz. Which of the following game did we bring up at least once as a main pick? Also 5 sub-questions, going to go quickly through them. Yes or no? JoJo's All-Stars Battle R. Zeral?
Yes.
Galen?
No.
Eddie?
No, I don't think so.
We didn't. We brought up JoJo's as in the anime episode, but not a JoJo fighting game. Mega Man X9. Zeral?
There's a 9? Anyway, yes.
Galen?
No.
Eddie?
I think you're playing tricks here, and the answer is yes, because I begged for a new Mega Man X9.
I don't remember that part, but I saw that it was mentioned in the Mega Man episode, so yes.
There is no Mega Man X9. That's a game that doesn't exist. Challenge.
Then we have some episode notes from episode 3 to change.
That's from before my time uploading.
You know what? I'm giving a point to everyone.
Okay.
Fair.
Anyway, next one.
The Castlevania Lords of Shadow Patchy Slot Machine. Zeral.
Yes.
Galen.
Yes, and I think I remember when this happened.
Eddie.
You too.
Yeah, I think we did.
We did, because it was absolutely unfair it had such a good soundtrack and such good version of iconic songs.
Yep, I remember that.
The Binding of Isaac. Zeral.
Yes.
Galen.
Did we ever talk about Isaac? No.
That's the question. Eddie.
Surprisingly, I think not.
Correct. We never did. I was surprised too.
Holy wow. Okay.
And finally, Crazy Boss.
Yes.
Zeral. Galen.
Crazy Bus? Yes.
Crazy Boss. Eddie.
God, I know what you're talking about. I know the sound from that thing, that monstrosity. I'm gonna say yes, but I don't know when.
It had to be April
We
Fool's
didn't.
episode one day. What?
No,
should have.
I considered it, but I believe I brought instead the Resident Evil Director's Cut basement sound, which is the other big, horribly translated video game track.
Oh, my brain.
I should have gone my instinct.
Final question for this part. Name a pick from the very first episode. We'll take in turns until everyone has 3 mistakes. All the picks are noted down. Zeral.
Near Automata.
Meep. Galen.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, The Airburster.
Correct. The game is enough.
Okay.
Eddie.
Super Metroid?
Correct. Zeral.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Meep. Galen.
Zeryl is stuck on Xenoblade today, is what I'm noticing on this.
Rana likes it.
I do. But not to the point of ruining it for the first episode.
I feel like we may have talked about Mega Man X to start.
Eddie?
Chrono Trigger?
Zeral.
Okay, I'm digging deep for this one.
I mean, it's the first episode. We have to.
I mean, let's try Dynasty Warriors 3.
You are not part of the loop anymore. Galen.
I remember a lot of the context to which we talked about these. Because I think it was the first... I think God of War Ragnarok is on here because I think we talked about the first Game Awards.
And I think we did, but it's not noted in the games we've discussed. So I guess it was more of an open conversation where we didn't bring specific picks. At least it wasn't part of the playlist.
No, but that's why I remember the Airburster, though, because I'm like, this is definitely the best soundtrack of 2003 or whatever I said, but not this year. I remember that exact line very loudly.
Yeah, absolutely. But God of War Ragnarok wasn't part of that one. Eddie?
Oh God, I think I remember what the theme was. I'm trying to remember the picks.
Giving you 10 seconds.
Let's go with Skyrim.
Galen?
Buzz me out. Pass.
Eddie, final one.
God. I'll pass.
All right. Then that is 1 point for Galen and Eddie. No points for Zral. The picks were Command & Conquer, Super Metroid, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades, Doom Eternal, not Rebirth, Remake, my bad. Hades, Doom Eternal, Mario Kart, and Killer Instinct 2014.
Wow. So a whole lot of things on our, like, we talk about them a lot list.
It was in, like, 2020, like, late 2020, early 2021. I went, like, like, because I felt like I was like, we're probably not going back to the episode checklist. I was like, when was the first episode?
I know, right?
I see, like, the Mega Man one was 1/10/2021. So Ragnarok wasn't even on the table yet.
I feel like I should have guessed Final Fantasy VI, because if I recall correctly, the theme for that episode was a very loose, formative experiences in video game music for us and stuff I really enjoy. Because I remember the context I brought up.
In the first episodes, there's a fair amount of those where the episode theme was... Yeah,
I remember the context in which I brought Super Metroid, but yeah.
Good. Now then, let's get started with Series 3. And after this set, I am going to be listing the total amount of points for each of our players. But for now, you have prepared me some gifts, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Turns out there was homework.
Indeed.
Just a fancy bit.
We went with something kind of akin to the Taskmaster prize task, where 3 small themes were picked, and I simply asked you to bring one track with the pick. I've listened to them all, but I haven't ranked them yet because I am waiting for your explanation to sell me on them. And pander to me. This is a situation where mental and emotional bribery is actively encouraged. I pick the winner. Winner gets 3 points. Second takes 2. Last gets 1. For each of the 3 sub-teams.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's start with the first theme, which was quiz show theme. Zeral, explain me your pick, or well, your picks.
So the reason why I picked multiple is because the length of my pick was about the same length as half of both picks together is about the half the length of the highest pick, making it sort of the median. And also,
I see. So you think the volume of music matters to me more than its quality?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No, actually. It was more just to give more to you. After all, each of these themes actually flow in with each other.
So you would consider them to part of our whole?
Exactly. It is it is a perfect way to encapsulate the themes going on within a quiz show where it is very peppy as well as very very game showy, very much meant to evoke that. And when you go into the quiz section, it's meant to help you think through the questions.
I see. All right, Gaten, tell me about your pick.
Well, my plan of action was pandering. I know you like Atelier. I feel like I've heard you mention Meruru in particular, though I can hardly tell the difference between them. I listened through the soundtrack.
She is, in fact, this girl. That's easy to recognize.
Great. I heard the most annoying song I could possibly think of and thought, Rana will love this, and it sounds exactly like it would be at the start of a quiz show.
I see. Eddie, tell us about your pick.
So I went into the classics. Of course, Donkey Kong Country 2. It's known for having a really great soundtrack. Everything there sounds amazing. And it actually has a bona fide
So
quiz
you went with
show.
a popular pick, I see.
A popular pick that I know you are a fan of as well. And it is, in fact, the actual theme to a quiz show in that game, as well as being the intro to other bonus stages.
I see. Well then, Galen, while I appreciate your attempts at pandering and Meru is indeed best girl, I see it more as a magical girl theme than a quiz show theme, so you get 1 point.
Aw.
Eddie, while I indeed respect the overall soundtrack of Donkey Kong Country 2, or was it Donkey Kong Country 1?
It was 2.
It was 2, that's what I thought. My notes are wrong, but my head is right. Anyway, it was a bit of a short loop. I appreciate the smoothness, but it gets 2 points. And the role, it is indeed a fun, jaunty vibe. It works nicely for a minigame. I haven't played that part of Deltarune, but given that your explanation didn't go into any context and thus didn't risk spoiling me, you get the 3 points.
Woo!
Next.
Thank you.
Action theme. Zerol, tell me about your pick.
So here's the thing. What's better than one action theme?
One very good action theme.
One very good, multiple very good action themes, beautifully put together by
Are
a
you saying I got your
talented
answer
remix
wrong?
artist.
I said in the intro, I'm the one asking questions.
I mean, I'm also, anyway, this is a mix of some of the best action themes that somehow encapsulates every one of the game's vibes at the same time as being rocking to all and back.
I see. So, rocking and a multiple encapsulation, it lets you cram more quantity into a single pick then.
I mean, you can't deny its power.
Watch me. Ganon!
Pandering Part 2. You like Soul Calibur? Soul Calibur has action. Soul Calibur 2 has more action than Soul Calibur 1. Have some Soul Calibur 2 music. Enjoy.
And any specific motivation because of that specific track of the Soul Calibur 2 soundtrack?
Literally, it was just the one I liked the most.
All right. Eddie!
So I heard you like Mega Man. And
All right, we're going on things we like.
I heard you also like Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
I do. You pay so much attention to me.
I also heard you like New Things, and this was very new when I picked it. It had come out like 2 days
ago. I believe, in fact,
ago.
the DLC this is part of released 2 days ago.
Yep.
One day ago for you, given that I'm 1 day ahead.
Yes, and it the actual music went live on YouTube like 2 days before I picked it.
Yeah.
Also, this is the most iconic Mega Man track, Mega Man 2's Wily Castle 1, but done in a really cool remix that just brings up even more of the action. And that seems like your style for action themes.
Right. Zero. I appreciate each of these individual themes, however, your grid will be your downfall. You get 1 point. Galen, I appreciate your pandering. Soul Calibur 2 is indeed a wonderful game. However, it's a bit more of a festive theme than an action theme. It's a bit too low down for the theme specifically. You get 2 points. Eddie, you are right. There's a nice recency bonus. There's the Whoop Whoops, which are neat too. I am more of a Woodman theme fan for Mega Man 2, but that's not an option for Crossworld. You get 3 points.
Yay!
And finally, Huge Ego. Zerl, take us away.
All right, I'm gonna start throwing. It's time to start throwing elbows. Who has the most ego?
Me.
I mean,
He's not wrong.
you are the world's You are like the world's greatest hero, after all, Mr. Satan. After all,
Go
this
on.
is the. After all, who is the person who has everything, who has both the stability and the power to make everything happen as they want?
Surely someone with a magnificent mustache.
Absolutely.
I see. Get him.
More pandering! We know you like Yakuza. And tell me, my friend, who has a bigger ego than a massive man?
A very massive man?
Well, there isn't one of those in Yakuza, so, we're just gonna have to live with massive man.
Yeah, I mean, there are what I would consider very massive men in, like, Fist of the North Stars Yakuza game, but I haven't played this one.
But I know you've played Yakuza 0, so I gave you massive man's
Yes.
boss music.
Yeah. Do you equate size with ego?
Well, where else are you gonna fit all that ego?
I see. Eddie?
So we've established that the person with the biggest ego is you. That person is you.
Thank you.
And
Why do you think I spent 3
we've
entries
also-
pandering?
We've also established with Zeral's pick that the second person with the biggest ego is Mr. Satan, because Mr. Satan also, he does have a handsome mustache. So I want to ask you, who do you think is the third person with the biggest ego?
Well, I believe you. This is a very leading question, considering I know what track you're talking about. But I'm going to throw you off a loop and say Vegeta.
That is close. Also,
Who's the fourth?
Also, that was a leading question that you were meant to get wrong, because the person with the biggest ego isn't actually Cell. It's actually the quote-unquote composer, because Super Butoden 2 was one of the soundtracks that Kenji Yamamoto plagiarized, which is to say, dear Quizmaster, do you enjoy Pink Floyd? Because One of These Days is a cool theme, and the song is basically the first half of that.
So
you
what you
did
mean to
say not to
say
ask
is-
questions.
So what you mean to say is that you put your favorite Tommy Tallarico track.
Oh, no, not this guy again.
I mean, the Japanese Tommy Tallarico, maybe. Not my favorite, though. My favorite is one of the rare originals.
All right, Eddie, you get 3 points. Garen, this is indeed very enormous, and your answer to where to fit all of that ego, I appreciated that. You get 2 points. Zero, somebody must get 1 point. And this was still a very honorable pick. Also, I
My
wrote that
pride!
in the fun category. All right, so at the end of this third series of quiz, let's see how many points each of you have. There are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 29 points. Galen, 29 points.
Oh, wow.
Eddie,
29?
you wish.
Yeah.
35, you are in the lead.
How the hell?
You got a lot of points in the quiz line.
Yeah, you got a lot of points during the quiz part.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll be honest. I thought the Dragon Ball Z Super Butoden to pick would be disqualified because it is plagiarized. But hey, I'll take it.
I didn't rank them beforehand because I was grading on your explanation and yours convinced me. Now then,
Woohoo!
how about we get back to another blind test?
Oh boy.
Here we go again.
We are in the fourth series of quiz. It's also a this or that, the category being, is it a song from a Smash Bros. Game or not?
Hold on a second, let me open.
Oh, Lord.
Please open the Discord stream.
Yep.
Same method as last time.
Okay, so this is a very different
What do you
variety.
mean by Smash Bros theme?
This is
Sorry,
a
but-
very different variety of Smash or Pass than I think the internet is used
Do
to.
you mean a song that is
I
in
am very
Smash,
glad you made that pun.
a song that is in Smash Bros or an actual Smash Bros theme?
It is a song specifically that is in one of the Smash Bros. Game.
Okay, that is a
All of the
major
songs
distinction.
All of the songs are somewhat related to one of the series that is in Smash Bros. In some way.
Yes.
This is probably the most vicious of the quiz series.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Alright,
Everybody ready?
run it.
Can I say no? But let's go.
Track 1. Once more. Whoa. Zoral, is it in Smash?
Yes.
Galen,
I think it's an Earthbound remix, yes.
reminder, don't make known your assumption as to what exact track it is.
Right, sorry.
This is going to give you an opportunity for bonus point. Eddie?
Yeah, I think it is.
All right, Zeral, what do you think this track is? Because, for the record, this is... Wait, you all said yes. Oh, then nobody gets a guess, and
What?
correction, this is not in Smash.
Was it an Earthbound theme, though?
It was not even an F1 theme. It was the Rocket Belt theme from Pilot Wings. They've used a lot of Pilot Wings tracks for the themes for the Mii, but not Rocket Belt
Oh,
specifically.
when you said vicious,
They
you were
used
kidding.
Light
Okay.
Plane. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Alright.
I was gonna say this is where I lose all my points, but I think everyone's just gonna get low scores, so I'm not gonna
Consider
lose
it a
comparatively.
declaration of hostility. Track number 2. Once more. Zarel,
Yes.
Galen,
No.
Eddie,
I have no idea what this is. I think yes.
That is indeed in Smash. Zerol, what do you think this is?
Rhythm Heaven.
That is not Rhythm Heaven. Eddie? You can just pass since you've confessed you have no idea what this is.
Yeah, I'll pass because I know nothing about Smash.
Then, this right here, right there, right on song is originally from a Sonic game. I haven't read this out. The RPG Sonic game from the 3DS. And it's notable because it is one of the few songs that was in a previous Smash Bros. Game, namely Brawl, but wasn't in Ultimate.
Good.
There
Kill
was-
it with fire.
It was Sonic and the Dark Brotherhood or something like that.
No.
And here I thought Sonic had good music. What the hell?
Well, at least
I-
it's consigned to the DS.
I took a pretty repetitive part of it. No,
Yeah, I'm
track
gonna
number
have
3.
sleep. I'm gonna have nightmares too, right there in my head.
Right on.
Right there.
Right on. All right, almost forgot. There's the link for chat to play along. And we can move on to track
Duck.
number 3.
Nice duck cameo.
Once more. Zeral,
No.
Galen,
The problem is, I'm pretty sure I know what franchise this is from, but there's so many opportunities for things to be in or not in the game.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
say
know,
yes.
right?
I'm gonna say yes here.
All right, Eddie.
This sounds like the sort of song that should be in Smash, but Nintendo, in their great wisdom, decided not to do it, so I'm gonna say no.
That is indeed not in Smash. Zeral, where is this from?
Is it from Tekken?
Yes, it is from Tekken. I'll give you the 2 bonus point. It is Duomo di Serio's second round from Tekken 7. Only the first round version of the theme is in Smash.
I was like, no, this, I was like, what character in Smash that it would be a game from, but it would not
Kazuya
be
Mishima.
Kazuya Mishima. Oh,
Next track. Once more. Zeral,
yes.
Galen,
Yes.
Eddie,
I'm also gonna go with yes.
ding dong, you're all wrong. Megalomania from Live Alive is not in Smash. Megalovania is.
Well, I thought that was a remix of something from the NES, like an OG character, like Kid
Me
Icarus
too.
or something.
I thought it
No,
was.
no,
It
that's
sounded
a
like
SNES
F-Zero.
track.
That was a very good trip up.
I
All
was
right.
pretty proud of this one. Next track. Once more. Zeral,
Yes.
Galen,
Question isn't whether this game is represented, because I know it is. The question is whether or not this particular song made it in.
exactly.
No.
Eddie,
I think no.
All right. VT, it is indeed not in Smash. Galen, what game is this from?
Oh, that's Persona 5.
It's not.
What?
Eddie.
I feel like I know the game.
Yeah, but I'm asking Eddie right now.
Is it Street Fighter?
Closer, but no, I'm not going to accept that. This is true love making.
May
I mean,
may I
this
give
is
a try
true
to the
love making,
game
that wasn't the lyrics, but your attempt for no points?
From KOF.
Well, if we combine your answer with Eddie's, we would have landed. This is from Capcom versus SNK 2. And while there are both Ryu and Terry Bogard in the game, there is no versus game soundtrack in there. Which means this iconic track isn't in Smash. I told you I was concentrating my meanness on the simplest, most straightforward, is it in one game or not quiz.
Yeah.
That was
This is violence.
brutal.
Yes. Let the violence continue.
I felt it was KOF coded. I couldn't tell if it was in Smash or not.
I remember hearing this a lot as background music for fighting game YouTubers, but I didn't know exactly where it came from. And I figured, if this is the version they're using, there's probably not a remix.
Next track. Once more. Zeral, is it in Smash?
No, and I think I have a distinct feeling.
Galen, is it in Smash?
No.
Eddie, is it in Smash?
It doesn't sound like something that would be in Smash.
It is indeed not in Smash. Zeral, where is this from?
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Incorrect. Galen, where is this from?
The thing is, this sounds like it's part of a fighting game theme that leads into a main theme we'd all recognize, like it's a remix from something. I'm gonna say Street Fighter.
It's not a fighting game at all.
Oh, not a fighting game at all? Never mind then. Pass.
Yeah. Eddie, where is this from? Technically, the series did have some fighting games ties.
I was gonna go with fighting game as well, so pass.
All right. This was a BGM 1 from Tetris the Grandmaster.
Of course, it's Tetris Jam.
And there are Tetris tracks in there, 2 remixes for the A and B themes, but none from Grandmaster.
All right.
Okay, but you can't
which
dismiss
is
the
why
fact that I did try the Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah, but this is why I stopped myself from after saying this is not a fighting game, because puzzle fighters and the likes.
Fair.
Now then, next track. Once more. Zeral, is it in Smash?
Yes.
Galen, is it in Smash?
Every part of me is screaming no, therefore the answer must be yes.
Eddie, is it in Smash?
Yeah, I was gonna say there. My mind feels like there's no way this is in Smash, but I know you, so this is probably in Smash.
It is indeed in Smash. Zeral, where is this from? Besides Smash.
I'm going through the list in my head of things that it could be, and Bayonetta?
Incorrect. Galen?
Bionic Commando?
Incorrect. Eddie?
One of the Tekken games is a boss theme?
Wrong again. This is Devil's Call in Your Heart from F-Zero X.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah, that fits F-Zero.
yeah, that's fit.
Yeah,
No,
I assume you
I
get the series right somehow.
was.
It has a lot of bangers.
Mm-hmm.
Next track.
I don't need a repeat on this if anyone else does.
I don't need a repeat either.
Yeah, even I don't need a repeat.
Well, you get one anyway. Zerol, is it in Smash?
Yes, and I have a reasoning afterwards.
Galen, is it in Smash?
Would they have put this one in?
Great question.
Yeah, that's where I'm stuck.
I know, that's why it's there.
Well, I mean, either way, congratulations on your free point, Zero, because we all know this damn song.
But is it in Smash?
No.
Okay, Eddie, is it in Smash?
I'm gonna go with.
When I picked this one, I was like, I'm going to mess with the heads. I'm so glad it's working exactly as intended. Sorry to interrupt you, Eddie.
Yeah, though, this entire section is you messing with our heads. I think I'm gonna go with Galen on no.
So
It
my
is in
reasoning for
Smash.
my reasoning for saying yes was because of the fact that originally it was only like one song for the and the stage, but with Ultimate, Square gave a bunch of tracks for Midgar, and Bombing Mission was one of them. Cosmo Canyon was one of them. Bombing
Cosmo
Mission.
Canyon is indeed in Smash. But as for opening Bombing Mission, this
Yeah, opening
specific
Bombing Mission.
mix,
Yeah.
and I do mean this specific mix. That's the important part. But I wanted to do a double-double because not only is this specific mix in Smash, it is a Smash original arranged by Yuzo Koshiro.
Mm-hmm.
So it is as much a Smash as a song can be.
I had to like go into my head. I was like, it was originally not a Midgar, and then because I remember playing in Smash.
Yeah, and they
4,
added
and
songs
then-
along with the Sephiroth DLC.
Yes, and it was a lot of songs,
A fair bit.
which I was so happy about because just like they actually added that stuff to Smash, which means you basically have the library.
Next track. Once more. Zero, is it in Smash?
Here's the thing. You have put me in a situation where you have brought up these synths, and my brain goes to, is it a specific game that people have been fighting for to be represented? Or is this another game that sounds similar enough?
This composer
I
does
don't know.
34 soundtracks
Is it
a
in
year.
Smash?
I am going to say no.
All right, Galen.
Well, I know who composed it. I could tell that with one listen. But is it one of his 86 gajillion games? And it's...
There had to be one entry.
I know
there
there did. I know there did. Is this from Redacted or not? And is this a song from Redacted in the game or not? No, I think it's from a completely different one of his soundtracks. I'm going to say no, not in Smash.
All right, Eddie, is it in Smash?
I guess I'm gonna say yes, just in case.
Well, the bad news is that now you have to give me a guess as to where is this from, because it is in Smash.
Hell if I know.
Can I do an answer for no
Alright.
points?
Please do.
So that's clearly Sakuraba, and the only song of his I know for a
Yes.
fact is in Smash is Kid Icarus Uprising.
And it's not from Kid Icarus Uprising.
Really?
Super Mario RPG.
No.
That was Shimamura.
This is from Golden Sun, and there is no Golden Sun rep in Smash, but there is a Golden Sun track because of a miskin drop, I believe.
Yeah, I would not have gotten that one. I've never touched the Golden Sun game.
Well, you had to get
Battle Scene Final
Sakuraba in
Boss.
here somehow, and you did so in the most violent way possible. Congratulations. The meme lives on.
Friend of the podcast, Motor Sakuraba.
You could not give me greater flattery. Too bad this
Next.
is not giving you any point. Final track. Once more.
Okay.
Zero, is it in Smash?
Yes.
Galen, is it in Smash?
Yes.
Eddie, is it in Smash?
Sounds like it should, so yes.
It is indeed in Smash. Zero, what game is it from?
Now here's the thing. There are two stages that I can think of immediately, and I remember randoming into this at one point. WarioWare.
Not WarioWare. Galen?
Mr. Game & Watch.
It might be on that stage, but it's not from that game, so no. Eddie?
Oh.
I have no idea once again.
It is Mac Rider's theme from Mac Rider. It was back in Melee as well. Somehow.
I remembered. I mean, Game & Watch was in Melee.
Yeah.
But I like I said, I remembered randoming into that song, so it was in my musical memory somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's a classic. It's a nice one.
Ugh, that
I'm
was
glad I've
painful.
managed
You
to
got
mess
re-
with your head some
You got
with this
real
one.
violent on this one.
Painful. I'm hurt.
Oh, Lord.
I feel proud that I may have gotten closer to Eddie on that.
Maybe. I'll leave the suspense for now and give you the count once you're through the final gauntlet. And what better way to end this quiz than with something that is both personal and artistic, something that is typical of this podcast but unique to us. This is going to be another blind test. A beatbox blind test.
Oh, Christ.
5 songs. I'm going to make them with mouth noises. 3 points for whoever gets it right. I'm going to ask in order after doing about 10 seconds of a film. I'm not measuring exactly, so results may vary. There's not going to be a repeat. So let's all pay attention. Everyone ready? Because at 3 points a pop, anyone has a chance to win.
Let's go.
The answer to whether we're ready is no, but go ahead.
Yep, that's pretty
Excellent.
much what Eddie said.
Song number 1. Zero, where is this from?
Yes. I feel like I know the song, but I don't know where it's from.
Galen, where is this from?
Mega Man X, Zero's theme.
That's 3 points for Galen.
And this is where everyone gains points on me because I'm last in the order.
There's going to be a consequence for that.
What?
Because of the first question, like, it was a bit of a advantage for some, so no, that's the big reversal. That's the big payoff for that initial question.
You had our answers to lead up to with your picks, and you did a pretty fair job of kind of game theorying between the lot of us, so this is a bit of an equalizer.
Will that be enough? We'll see. Second theme. Zaral, where is this from?
Legend of Zelda.
Incorrect. Galen.
I need like 10 seconds. I'm trying to filter it in my brain. It's a waltz of some kind, and I swear I've heard it before. Final Fantasy VIII.
Eddie, where is this from?
Kirby's Adventure?
You got so close, Galen. This is one Wicked Angel. The bridge, not the main part.
I knew it was. I knew I recognized it somewhere, but because
Yep.
You said Final Fantasy, and I was like, he's gonna get a lot of points, I guess.
brutal.
Fat Track. Zaral, where is this from?
I think we lost her.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Well,
I'm glad I killed someone. That's exactly why it's there.
I've been.
I'm sorry, I thought Rana was the host, not Guar.
That's Zeral's turn to answer first.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay, Galen. It is indeed not Guar. I can give you that.
That was a joke. It was not a serious answer. I don't think Guar has ever done a video
of course.
game. They just suck.
Not that I know. Any real answer?
Pass.
Eddie?
The weird part is it sounds familiar to me for some reason, but I think I'll have to
Good.
pass as well.
Well, none of you seem to have recognized Herald of Gargos from Killer Instinct 2014.
I was gonna say Killer Instinct, but I didn't say it
But you
because
didn't.
I didn't say it.
You
Damn
didn't.
it.
Yeah, if there's one thing I'm learning from this is you may as well take a swing.
Fair.
Yeah, exactly. I made a point because this is a bit more of a niche pick than the other, to explicitly say Jago, which is part of the lyrics and is the name of one of the characters that is referred to in this track.
Yeah, I just don't listen to that part of the soundtrack too often, I guess is part of the problem.
Fourth track. Zarel.
Super Mario World.
Incorrect.
Is it 3?
Galen?
3.
That would be
3.
Super Mario Brothers 2, US version.
Correct.
And I remember being angry at you for including a song called Overworld from that, which I think is this song, in a song about Overworld.
It is
and I'm
this
like,
song.
this sounds like...
Yes.
Yeah,
That's how I got the idea to put it in there.
fair enough.
Wonderful.
And I specified
Galen's
2
gonna
US
win
too,
off
so you
of
could
these.
catch me at the Lost Levels nonsense.
Yeah.
Galen's gonna win off of these.
I wasn't going to, but that was a solid safety. Final track. Na 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 na. Bum 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 bum. Zabadabada. Zra-dee-dee-ra-dee-da. Ba-da-da. Do-do-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Zeral.
Dame, 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 oh,
And
dame,
that's 3
dame,
points for
oh.
Bakamitai.
あなたが好きで
好きで
好きすぎて
Wow, I would have started singing it in English just to piss you both off, except I don't remember most of it because I put that out of my memory.
No, for the final count of how many points each of you had.
I'm going to be dead last on my own show.
No, you're not. You got some real good points in that last one.
Each of those were worth 3.
3.
I got 6,
Yeah.
you got
6.
3.
I
That's
got
not a
0.
game changer. I think
The final
maybe I caught up with
results-
Eddie.
The final results are tighter than I could ever have imagined. The first place is within 2 points of the last place.
Wow.
2 points. Yeah.
Huh.
So you can all be proud of yourselves. Honestly.
Oh.
I think that ended up like nobody got any dishonor.
I'll
You
take
have
it.
nothing to be ashamed of. With that being said, with 40 points, equality between Zewel and Galen, which means Eddie carried his lead and is at 42 points, the winner of the Music Arcade 100th episode quiz show.
Congratulations!
Congratulations. That was... Oh my god.
And I started the episode saying I think I'm gonna lose.
Well, you
Yeah.
sure showed us,
Turns
question
out-
mark?
Yeah.
Turns out, confidence is not a requirement to win at Music Arcade Quiz Show, as if it would be a recurrent occurrence.
I think confidence went out the window after the first blind test.
Well, I'm glad I've managed to cause you multiple instances of psychic damage.
You definitely did that. What does
Oh.
Eddie win?
Eddie, like we said at the onset of the show, you win the ability to decide the fate of the next April Fool's episode. Because we are going to set up a tabletop RPG session, and you get to decide who is going to be the game master of that. Including if it's not you, which can guarantee then you roll as a player, or you can guarantee yourself as the game master. You have the power. And you, Galen,
Alrighty.
have the power to sign us out.
Well, I'm going to do that and start by thanking our audience for 100 episodes, and thanking all of you, my co-hosts, for 100 episodes of this weirdo show that we do.
Thank you so much. Like, this is honestly some of the most fun I have every other week or so, and it's always a pleasure to come back and make this little thing with you and discuss video game music, which they somehow keep making, and some good ones too. And yeah, it's a fun times, and here's to 100 more.
Here's to 100 more.
Here's
As
to 100 more.
I came in, like, was it like halfway through the first 100?
Well,
It was in the first April Fool. It was in
it
the
was the
first
first
April
April
Fool's
Fool's, yeah.
episode, and I
Well, given
have
the first anniversary was episode 22, that wouldn't be halfway through.
Yeah.
I have it noted because I have that in the document that I will now share with you now that I have done draining its stats for everybody's entertainment.
I mean, this is the fact that you went through and got all of these stats in such accuracy. Bravo.
Yes.
I mean, aside from the fact that Mega Man X9 doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But I have felt welcome every time that I've gotten to guest, and I'm very
That's what
glad
we're
that
trying to do.
I was able to be here not only for the regular occurrence that I usually have on the April Fools, but also just for the specialness of the 100th episode.
Yeah, which was, as a matter of fact, your 13th appearance total.
Well, there we
I
have it.
don't know whether to consider that unlucky or lucky.
You're Jewish.
someone
It should
who's
not be
been,
unlucky for us, remember?
For someone who's only been on a 10th of the episodes, you did well on the quiz.
You did.
I'm surprised I did as well, because
Congratulations
number one,
again.
my memory is awful. My memory is just goddamn awful. But also, I missed a lot of episodes in 2023 because I was very sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you were, and I'm glad you returned to us better.
Indeed.
I'm so surprised that I was in the pack.
I did
at all,
my best to
because-
make a quiz that wouldn't favor too heavily anyone, and by the looks of it, I did a pretty good job.
Yeah, it seems like you nailed it.
Honestly, this, like, statistics-wise, I think you did the best that you could have.
Isn't that all we can do? The best we can.
And here's to doing the best 100 more. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will be back next episode with more of the Music Arcade goodness you love. We are on Blue Sky. Go check us out. And as always, we have a video playlist of the very few songs we discussed today in the description
We're
below.
going to have, for this episode specifically, both the playlist of the picks for the third task and the full versions of all of the tracks mentioned in the 2 blind tests and the beatbox versions.
Have a good one, everyone. Here's
Good
to 100
luck.
more episodes.
Y'all want to
Here's
go
to
see
100
what's
more.
in the attic? I made a whole setup up there, you know?
Here's what I'd love to do. No more outro skits.
Never!